Hey, how many pubes do you have?
Sonic movie, Sonic movie, Sonic movie! Watching this weirdo science experiment suddenly turn into its own profitable series with a trilogy and a TV show has been fascinating, to say the least. This shit was once the most feared piece of media amongst Sonic fans and just humanity in general, and then it went on to become what some would consider one of the best video game movies. Subjectively, because I'm not fucking insane. That title goes to Angry Birds 2. Part of the thrill that came from the first Sonic movie was waiting for Paramount to reveal what Sonic would look like. Twice. Infuriatingly, there's this extended period of time between December 2018 and April 2019 where Paramount would show the design, oh my god, but only behind closed doors. Like, I can't see it, like, fuck. Despite that, there were a few leaks here and there with unflattering pictures of Sonic, but that's not enough. I need to see him talk, and I need to see him in motion. Well, if you wanted to see him in motion, then too bad! When we got our trailer, to no one's surprise, Sonic looked like shit, and also the rest of the CGI looked like shit. But amidst that, some people may notice that Sonic is suddenly different from how we last saw him. Now he's taller and has white hands, but whatever happened to the chubby blue-handed Sonic that we saw with Chris Pratt? Well, that's the model from the initial poster and subsequently in that CCXP teaser. However, due to the passage of time, any footage relating to this iteration of the model has become, get ready for it, lost media! I love lost media! So, that's why I've taken it upon myself to relay some information upon the masses and clear up some misinformation that has spread over the years regarding this teaser. If you can believe it, these teasers have had a small resurgence recently, but mind you, it is very easy to lie about a movie teaser from over 5 years ago that was only shown behind closed doors. Just this year, someone did a video about this teaser, which I recommend you check out, although the search has not really gone anywhere, and the Discord server for it is mostly populated by small children who play Roblox and watch Skibidi Toilet. I'm gonna be honest, I wrote this video script back in August and have mostly just been wiping my ass with it until the right time came, but upon recent developments, I thought I'd rather get all this misinformation out the way before actual children try to make this the next big Friday Night Funkin' ARG analog horror trend. Like the Mario 64 beta or fucking SpongeBoy Ahoy. Are you serious? That's enough yapping. Let's get to it. Yeah. Let's start from the beginning. First of all, this mythical teaser was shown at the Comic-Con experience in Brazil, not CinemaCon. The teaser is commonly misattributed to CinemaCon because a year later they would preview 2 trailers focusing on Sonic and Robotnik respectively, but that's another rabbit hole for another day. The footage is simply described as a brief scene of Sonic running through a highway. That could be important. And his design is fairly reminiscent of Detective Pikachu. I gotta say, it's fairly stress-inducing looking back on these old descriptions which have such hopefulness for the final product, because this would only be mere days before Paramount released the cover to their upcoming Avatar fanfiction. The footage described seems to be a part of a pitch that was produced all the way back in 2017, as by December 2018, when this was shown, filming for the movie had only wrapped 2 months ago, so they wouldn't be able to whip up a full trailer. To make a long story short, this pitch seemed to be an early play-by-play of the opening scene from the movie where Sonic is messing with Tom on duty, except this time Sonic creates a sonic boom in the middle of the highway. Not only was this briefly in the trailer, but some of this is actually left over in the movie itself. In the opening, when Sonic saves this turtle, we see Sonic go from this one road near a forest to this barren highway in Utah, and then back to the forest. Besides those leftovers, it does not seem like we have any video material from this particular iteration of the footage, besides some unflattering screenshots. I believe this one was rumored to be shown at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, given it leaked at the beginning of March, and that's when most KCAs take place. That would also explain the other random Nickelodeon characters in the image, like Bubble Guppies or the live-action Dora. So, why didn't they show it? My guess is either they saw the criticisms and decided they would need another month or 2 for a proper trailer, or they realized that revealing a Sonic the Hedgehog movie at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards was humiliating enough. Mind you, this is where they reveal shit like Paw Patrol the movie or Monster High 2 Electric Boogaloo. Maybe not Sonic the Hedgehog the movie. That's pretty much it for this teaser as far as legitimate information goes. Considering how long ago this was and how scarce verified recountings are, details on the teaser have gotten pretty skewed over time. For example, I went on the Lost Media Wiki article about this teaser and the organization is all over the place. First of all, a lot of the images provided are mostly irrelevant to the actual trailer described. I see a lot of sources use these images claiming that they're from the initial teaser reveal, but that is not the case. These are from two separate CinemaCon events, and this one is not a screen grab from the CCXP teaser. Rather, Paramount was just showcasing various upcoming movies they had on their slate. Secondly, whoever wrote this article gets a bunch of basic details wrong, and that really pisses me off! This article is seemingly focusing on the 2019 CinemaCon trailer, or I guess trailers because they showed two. However, it says the only difference was Sonic's design being slightly different, and some backgrounds apparently being changed, whatever that means. Now, the CinemaCon trailers were shown in April 2019, which was the same month that the trailer would go up online, so there would be no reason for them to change Sonic's design within the span of a month. Also, this article refers to the two of these trailers as if they're one, frequently saying the trailer and only disambiguating the two once. I get that it's such a dumb thing to get mad about, but if you're gonna write an entire wiki entry on the subject, then you should at least know the difference between the CCXP teaser and the CinemaCon trailer. That's enough of that. Moving on to an interesting development in the search that I believe needs strong clarification, as many people have gotten ahead of themselves upon this discovery. With all that said, that should be the end of the story. They showed some audiences a few teasers that never made it to the public eye, done and done. Well, back in 2022, a Spanish tweet resurfaced from 2018 claiming that the Sonic trailer had apparently leaked. When translated, it reads the following: "Stop everything! The trailer for Sonic the Movie by Paramount has already been leaked. Dr. Eggman would be happy about this." Then coupled with some appropriate hashtags. Intriguingly, the video was taken down, and it doesn't seem like it was able to be backed up, only bringing in like 19 likes when I wrote this script, and currently at 41. Mind you, that's only after it resurfaced, so who knows how many it had when this was first tweeted. Could this truly be a leaked Sonic movie trailer that went under the radar? Well, I'm making this video to clear up misconceptions about this teaser, so the answer may shock you. Let's take a closer look at the video itself. The video, while taken down, was only 28 seconds long. If this really was a leaked Sonic movie trailer, it would have had to have been the CCXP teaser, given the time frame of December 2018 and the length of the video. Taking a look at the few reactions from when it was first posted, the only quotes are #Sonic and Sonic la película, ja 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 ja, which in Spanish would literally just be ha ha ha, but I'm gonna be a dickhead anyway. Making do with what little crumbs there are, I feel like people might be jumping the gun and saying that this has to be a leaked Sonic movie trailer. For all we know, this could have just been a meme of Robotnik doing some zany dance to a song and it got taken down because it was a copyrighted song. Also, unless Paramount was just Sonic fast in taking this down and took that shit down immediately, keep in mind that this tweet has 4 Sonic hashtags and literally tags Paramount Mexico. I know some people are less fortunate than others, but if you think about it, would a tweet like this really have so few likes if it was a legit Sonic movie leak? I don't know, maybe I'm just a big skeptic. So how did something like this resurface anyway, 4 years later? Well, that brings us to April 20th, 2022. Weed. I specifically remember just waiting in line at Taco Bell at this time, and suddenly I'm alerted of this movement that some kid, whose name I will be omitting, has started on Twitter. Release the Sonic trailer! A campaign to free the trailer from, quote, Twitter's DMCA clutches. It is worth noting that this is specifically aimed to Twitter, which is a fucking power move for this tweet that only had like 19 likes. Obviously, I have no idea what the fuck this is, so I look into it and there it is, this tweet from 2018. I specifically remember it being paired onto a long thread detailing how, allegedly, this specific trailer from this particular tweet was screened before Into the Spider-Verse, but only in Mexico. How convenient. Now, it pains me to say this, but the original thread is long gone with that kid's account. But lucky for us, there is a page on the Lost Media Wiki archive about this very topic, and the only active editor is the kid from earlier, and all these edits were made the month that tweet resurfaced. Well, this means these exquisite details are laid out for our viewing pleasure. Yay! I'm so excited! Now, this is the part where I read out these details, right? Well, something really sudden happened once I started recording this video. Yeah, it's fucking gone. Maybe that's what I get for sitting on this script for so long, but mind you, when I wrote this, the article had not been touched since 2022. I can only assume the mods may or may have not caught up to the bullshit, or the kid who wrote it realized that lying on the internet is stupid and you will get made fun of for it. Gracefully, this was written on a fandom wiki, meaning we can take a look at the edit history and read through this article in its original state. Before I get into this, if you couldn't tell by my inflection or perhaps my choice of words, I highly doubt this is real, and you'll see why in a bit. I'm not just saying this out of bias because of who wrote all of this, but do keep in mind this is the same kid who said that the next 3D Mario game would mix two different game engines together for a wonderful HD feel. Wait, wonderful? Uh-oh. So yeah, proceed with the most amount of caution, and don't believe everything you read on the internet just because you want it to be real. First off, I remember from the thread not listed on this wiki that the CGI in this trailer was apparently a lot more beautiful looking and immaculate than the final product, as if they had budget cuts during production. No, absolutely not. That is not how that works. The fact that the CGI here was allegedly better than the final movie, tied with the fact that it was a full-length trailer, should be enough to signify that this is not real, because at that point in time, the movie had only wrapped filming about 2 to 3 months ago. No fucking way would they have a full-length trailer with beautiful CGI at this random-ass showing of Into the Spider-Verse. Meanwhile, a large event in Brazil only got a 5-second teaser using repurposed test footage of Sonic waving his dick around on a highway. That's about all I can say for the thread because that shit is gone and I can't back up anything else from it. But going back to the wiki page, the first thing noted is that Sonic was apparently voiced by an unknown professional actor and not his final dub actor, which, in case you didn't know, was a popular Spanish YouTuber. It's actually somewhat common for dub trailers to have placeholder voice acting, or at least from what I've been told. But at the same time, unknown and a professional actor is an oxymoron. Is he an industry-grade voice actor, or is he a random nobody? Pick one. There was another cut French joke where Robotnik disses Sonic and friends with French words! It was a part of the skyscraper scene. Alright, man. The trailer uses a Green Hill Zone remix made exclusively for this trailer. Now, I actually remember that from the thread in which he said it was apparently the most beautiful rendition of Green Hill Zone that he wishes he could hear again. That makes sense? Now, I've spoken to a fair share of people who work in the trailer music industry, which is how I learned that there are 15 fucking versions of the Emerald Hill cover from the Sonic 2 trailers, but if Paramount apparently had this evocative remix of Green Hill Zone, then why on earth would they revert to Gangster's Paradise a year later? And when they actually do use Green Hill Zone, it's just the melody inserted into stock trailer music.
So I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay.
A brief snippet of the deleted date scene from the French dub testing is seen. For those that don't understand, in this picture from a Russian dubbing session, not French, part of the script translates to Sonic and Tom discussing a date involving laser tag. In my opinion, I think this might just be a rough translation of Sonic and Tom discussing their bucket lists. Maybe it's just the fact that I use Google Translate, but Sonic saying rest in peace leads me to believe it may have something to do with kicking the bucket. Both the English and Russian script have dialogue that seems to be from the highway scene, so maybe this was just recorded for the dub actors as a test to get the tone right. Just a game theory. I feel like the only reason this is listed on this wiki is just so it comes off as somewhat realistic. Not! Sonic's design was the same one as the one used in the CCXP 2018 teaser, confirming that this was the true original design at some point. No shit. It would have been a bold move of them to tease this design and make a whole ass model of it in real life just to randomly go, just kidding! And with that, we've reached the end of this beautiful reciting. So that's enough of yelling at something that was written by a little kid. Sorry! Isn't it really cool and awesome that we have this actual description of a lost Sonic movie trailer that was really shown at a random Mexican screening of Into the Spider-Verse? Isn't that so cool? So with that, our search comes to a dead end. There have been a few people here and there recently claiming, hey, I've seen this teaser, and proceeded to give a pretty nothing description, but as I've mentioned already, I'm a big fat skeptic, which means I've got to see it to believe it. To put it bluntly, literally all we can know for sure about this CCXP teaser is that it was a 30-second cut down of a scene taken from Blur Studios' initial test footage from 2017, and that's about it. Also, just to get it out there, these are not legitimate screenshots from the teaser. These are screenshots taken from the movie, and I don't think I would have to clarify that, but just in case someone has holes in their brain, just putting that out there. It is very unlikely that a cam recording of this CCXP event would surface, so at this point, I feel like the only lead would be some random FX artist at Blur Studios who still has the pitch. We had our ups, we had our downs, but maybe the real Mexican Sonic movie trailer was the friends we made along the way. If you saw my video about Sonic 3 and shit, then I mentioned that more Sonic movie related videos like this are on the way, so y'all better watch the fuck out because I'm coming back in a big way. Speed Supersonic? Yeah, I wish I were on speed to get through one of your videos. Mason Parkinson? Yeah, I wish I had Parkinson's right now so I wouldn't have to see all your shitty ass clickbait. Nizid? Mason Parkinson? Kill yourself.